Alright guys, so the other part of the issue that we have when we're doing these demonstrations is you guys tend to draw the exact same eye over and over and over. That is not what we're going to be doing. You need to have different eyes. If they are the same, I'm only counting one of them. So you will lose points on your worksheet if I don't have different eyes. Now what that means is that you need to come in here and you need to play with the shape. You are going to start with the iris and the pupil every single time. Now I'm going to do this kind of rough and quick. You can start off rough and adjust it and then clean it up. It's fine. So I'm going to draw a bunch of different pupils and irises, and they're all pretty much the same because really our pupils and iris don't show that much variety. They can be bigger pupils, they can be slightly smaller pupils. Let's just say that some of them are in light areas, some of them are in darker areas. Whatever. There's one step. Okay? The highest part of the eye is usually the eyelid is usually where your iris is. It usually crosses over. Now, eyes can be at different angles. So we're just going to draw, just for reference, a couple quick lines through them. Don't make them too extreme. If you make them too extreme, they're not going to look realistic anymore. But you'll notice every one of these is at a slightly different angle. Okay, that's giving me a start point and an end point for my eyelid. So our upper lid is going to cross up here, and it's going to end on that line. We're going to do that for all of them. And you see they're already starting to look, you can make them wider too, by the way. They're already starting to look a little different. And where you cross is going to be different. It doesn't have to go straight through the pupil. It can actually be a low. I kind of went like I went a little low here on this one. Most of them I kind of stayed in the middle with different angles, but you can have them be higher and lower. Okay? You can have them start farther and closer. So like this side, I'm just going to make this one a little bit shorter on this end. So now I have these 4 eyes. You're going to be drawing 10. You need more practice than I do. Okay, and I'm going to close this off again. The eyelid is going to go just below the pupil. We're going to do this one. We'll make this a little bit wider. You can vary how close they are to the iris. For example, in this one, it's just about touching it. Okay, and in this one, there's a little bit more difference. This one, I'm going to go really low. Okay, this one I'm going to keep a little shallow. I'm going to come up right up against the lid. So I have 4 different eyes here now. They're all different shapes. They're all slightly different angles. This one's kind of extreme, so I'm going to have to figure out how to make that look there. I'll just tone that down a little bit. We need to draw our insets. So we start off by closing that section and the little C. There can be a little bit variety going on. Some people have larger tear ducts than others. Big tear duct, and some people have smaller ones. Okay, so you can have that variety. Do it. It's fun. They all need eyelashes. Well, actually, we do eyelids next. So let's get upper eyelids. You can have really, really big eyelids. You can have really, really small eyelids that just barely cross the line. Okay. You can have hooded eyelids, which actually come down a little bit into the eye. Okay. And then you can have really extremely large eyelids. Those are eyes that are slightly bulgy. Okay, those are my upper eyelids, and lower eyelids, same concept. They usually match. Now this guy's going to have like really sunken eyes, so I'm going to give him a really big lower lid. I'm going to give this person a really small lower lid. This person's going to have, we're kind of doing bulgy eye with this one, so we're going to give him a bigger, rounder lid here. And then this one, barely existent, kind of sags a little bit. So now I have 4 different eyes, and you can clearly see that these are different eyes. So let's hit the next step. We're going to do different light reflections. I'm going to do rectangular square. I'm going to do a circle. I'll have a slight little rainbow-ish sort of arc. This one I'm going to have 2. I don't know why. I just feel like it. Okay. And color in our pupils. 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 Whee. Just coloring all my pupils. It's kind of messy. Whatever. Okay. We're going to color in our irises. Dark on the top. Light on the bottom. Adjust as needed, smooth it out as needed. Okay, I'm going to go with a darker eye for this one, because I feel like it. Some people, you can barely see that they even have pupils, and their eyes are so dark. Okay. Dark on the top. Light on the bottom. Take your time, fill it in right. Doesn't take that long, it really doesn't, especially if you do it right. If you try to rush it and scribble it, you're going to be spending more time cleaning than if you try to go nice and slow and even at the beginning. Really light eyes there on the bottom. Fill that in a little bit more. Quickly go around on my irises. Kind of bringing those shapes back a little bit. That was a lot darker than I meant for it to be. That's okay. No big deal. Nice dark. Darker outside edge. Kind of squished his eye a little bit, so let's just thicken that up. Some people have thicker irises anyway, so we'll just do that. This pupil needs to be darker. It's actually bothering me. Okay. Go a little bit lighter. His eyes are really pale, kind of grayish. Eyelashes. Make them a little bit messy. Little check marks. You can have really, really long eyelashes for some. They don't tend to go over the eyelid. You will have exceptions to that, but they don't tend to. Lower lids, again, keep it just a little bit away from that line. Slightly shorter. Done. Over here, we're going to do slightly more masculine, so it's going to be less curved, a little bit straighter, but you're still going to have that variety of shape. You're still going to have that little check mark at the end. Guys do have eyelashes. I know we don't accent them. Strangely enough, guys actually generally have thicker eyelashes than females do. Generally speaking, that's why girls like to use mascara. Alright, this one we're going to go like really older female, so really kind of long but sparse, so she's not got too many of them. Get that extra curve in there. Make sure you've got a variety of directions. Make sure you add some crisscrossing. Without crisscrossing lids, it's not going to look realistic. And some lids on the bottom. I'm going a little bit further away from the waterline in this case, which will make her lids look a little droopy, which is kind of what I'm going for here. Okay. And this dude, really kind of quick lids. Sparse on the bottom. Okay. So I've obviously got 4 different eyes here. Don't forget to add your spokes. They don't have to be perfectly squiggly. I'm just going to do them really quick to get the texture. I'm just drawing straight lines real quick. The squiggles make it look a little bit more natural, but you can get away with just straight lines. Okay, it just creates a little bit of the eye texture by adding those lines in there. Okay, add some quick shading for the eye. I'm going to just do it with a pencil like that. Shade in my eyelids. A little dark on one side, a little bit lighter on the other. You can use some contour lines to kind of create that edge. Do the same thing over here. A little bit of shadowing. You can make it look like they're deeper by making those shadows even darker. Add some eyeliner shadow. Okay, a little bit of ridge. You're basically following the line and just extending it out. It's not really complicated. You will not be allowed to use blenders on the final exam. You can use them for this worksheet. Okay, in this case, she's got a kind of hooded lid, so the lid is going to be all in shadow. I think I forgot to do my tear ducts, so I'll just do that here in a minute. I want that lid to come out a little bit more. She needs... come back here, pencil. Come back here. Yeah, I messed that one up. She's got too much mascara on. Oh well. I'm just trying to add a couple accent lashes so they stand out a little bit more. Okay? He's got a hooded lid, so his lid's actually going to come down really good and dark underneath the skin here. And then he's going to have more shadow underneath there, like that. Okay? In his case, I'm going to erase the top of that iris. So you need to make sure when you're doing your worksheet, she needs mascara. You need to make sure when you're doing your worksheet that you have a variety. You're not showing me the exact same eye every single time. I do not want to see the exact same eye every single time. I won't count them, okay? Go back in, add some shading. Don't forget to add shadows. I just did 4 eyes in about 10 minutes. So it shouldn't take you long. It'll take longer if you fight with yourself. Allow yourself to make little mistakes. That'll create this uniqueness and the individual eyes. But play with them and make sure you get them done. You need 10 of them to get full credit. Good luck.